welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm so excited to share this video with all of you because this marks a new chapter, not just in my life but in this channel too. Whew, y'all. The past 5 years have brought so many changes and milestones, and I wanted to take some time to share all with you. So this is my first video after rebranding, and I'm just here to talk about it, to share my journey, my testimony, and a little bit about what's next, both in my life and here on this channel. Oh my gosh, y'all. Let's go back and look at how long ago I posted. The last time I posted was in 2020. Y'all, that was when I was like fresh out of high school. I had no idea what I was doing with my life. Wow, I even posted a short vlog of a winter trip, but that didn't really capture what was going on in my life. That was like 2 years ago. Well, anyways, where do I even start? Maybe we can start 4 or 5 years ago. 2020, COVID happened, and then 2021 came. In that year, I moved out of my parents' house and I got my own apartment. My husband, who was my boyfriend at that time, he also moved in with me. And looking back, we really had no clue what we were doing. If I'm being honest. When it came to dating, living together, building our own life, we had no idea how to do it. Honestly, I wanted to move out because I wanted my own freedom and my own space. So I was prepared to pay all the bills and have all of that responsibility. So the real challenge was living with my significant other. The first couple of years of us living together, that was a roller coaster. We had to figure out how to divide chores, balance work, have a social life, and also have our own personal time. There were also moments where we felt like we were falling apart. Oh my gosh, yeah, I can't even explain or count how many times we've gone into arguments and almost wanted to break up or leave each other and leave our dog parentless. But through it all, I would say Dustin and I, we found so much strength in each other, and we just had a lot of faith in each other. Eventually, we got engaged in 2021. Y'all, that was so magical. I love my husband so much. He just knows how to do it. And it's like, to know love is to be loved.
What?
I think that's how you say it.
So
But no, he proposed 3 years ago, and it was under Christmas lights. It was really intimate. It was literally just me and him and 2 of our best friends, and it was at night, and all you can see was us and the Christmas lights, and it was so magical. But through engagement life, it just brought its own different challenges that we were not prepared for. It's like every time we level up in our relationship, like it was dating and then getting engaged and then getting married, people just had different questions for us and were rushing us to move on with our lives. And so when it came to us being engaged, a lot of people were like, hey, when are you guys getting married? Are you gonna start saving up? And it was just so much pressure. And for my Hmong viewers, y'all know how crazy it can get, how expensive it is to save up for a cultural wedding, and how much it costs for a dowry. See, this is where Dustin and we failed at having a firm foundation of where to begin, where to start. Last year in October, our two best friends sat us down and literally helped us create a plan to finance our wedding. That is the best way I can describe it. Around that same time, God also called us to their church, and we began exploring building our home on his love and faith. So from the time of October to our wedding date, we created a plan. The both of us, we were going to save $900 each and put it together per month. So each month we would be saving about $1,800 so that we can reach our goal. And so our goal was to save up to at least $7,000. I think $7,400. That was a lot of money, and we both of us, we have never saved money before, so it was like it was like having a fresh start, but also like not knowing where to begin. Yeah, we got married this year. Part of that saving plan went into this beginning of the year, and I would say by the grace of God, we were able to save our money on time and stay disciplined. That was truly a blessing, and it was like the 6-7 months that we were saving money paycheck to paycheck, it was like we were never gonna see the light of that tunnel, but God was our hope, and he helped us save our money. He just gave us so many blessings because of our obedience and because of our sacrifices. Yes, this spring we had our cultural wedding. It was so beautiful and meaningful, and we saw so many of our friends and family. It was like a big family reunion. It just felt so good, but also like kind of weird that people were showing up to celebrate the both of us, and it just shows how much impact we have on people, and also my parents, how much impact they have on people. So thank you to my parents as well. And then shortly after, we got a new car, which is so nice because we were spending money so much on my dad's old car to just to fix it and like keep up with it, that it could have accumulated to at least how much we were saving up, like yeah, $7,000, which is crazy. So we were like, you know what, we're putting half of that money that we received from our friends and family from our wedding and putting it to a car. And yeah, that car is still running fine. So, and then this summer we got to go on our honeymoon, which was so fun. Oh my gosh, y'all. Dustin and I, we got to go on our first cruise together as a couple, as a married couple. And we went on the Disney cruise. We decided on that just because we're both Disney fans and we love Disney. And we went on the Disney Dream, and it was so dreamy. It was so dreamy. And I also got some new tattoos. My first tattoos ever. I got them last fall or the end of summer. But yeah, maybe one day I will talk about my tattoos. But I got a butterfly tattoo here, and it is like Y2K. And then I have a Hmong symbol tattoo here. I also have some kind of like here. Yeah, that's me, and that's what I've been up to. Work-wise, I've been so blessed to serve my community. So let's see, I spent the past 4 years working in a youth program, and I even became a program manager, which is really cool because I was in that program as a youth participant. They hired me on as a program manager, and it was just kind of like that culture of setting a career pathway for alumni and young people, and that's what happened to me. And through that work, I grew so much professionally and personally. I got to attend a conference in Oakland, California last year. It was hosted by UC Berkeley, and it's called the Othering and Belonging Conference. Y'all, it was so eye-opening, and it was beautiful. I loved it. I loved going to the breakout sessions and just hearing all of the speakers and the panelists, because they talked about so many different topics that were about the world, about current events, about social justice, about how to love, about how to be kind in the world. And then I also attended a lot of different workshops and trainings, some around management, some around social equity and racial healing, racial justice. I also just did a lot of community work and networking, getting to know people in my community. That was a really cool asset for me. And then last fall in that work, I also got to attend my first ever MCN/MCF conference. MCN just stands for Minnesota Council of Nonprofits. So I actually got to learn a lot about the nonprofit sector, got to listen to a lot more panels and going to breakout sessions just to learn about what other organizations are doing in the leadership work and how they're serving the community. And now I'm currently working as a student advisor, and I would say that is a God-given gift. It sounds really cliche, but y'all, trust me, it was. I prayed for it. I prayed for more free time. I prayed for a more chill job, and God gave me just that. So thank you, Jesus. So y'all, don't mind my dog in the background, okay? He's playing with his toy. Now I want to share the most transformative part of my life in the past year, which is me coming to Christ. I gave my life to Christ last December, and I got baptized this year on January 19th. And ever since then, even like before I accepted Christ and got baptized, I feel like God has been so faithful. I truly believe that He has delivered me from so many things like witchcraft, new age spirituality, depression, anxiety, generational curses. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. So I want to share this little backstory that is really special to me. And this is the first time I encountered God. So this was when I was about 11, 12 years old, and I got prayed over by a priest. And after he prayed, he shared with me, actually, God spoke to him and he shared with me, and God said He is waiting at my door, and when I'm ready to open the door, He will be there waiting for me. I didn't think much of it, and I was going and chasing the world. I also grew up in a non-Christian household, so that was also added into the factor of why I didn't take that seriously. And it wasn't until 10 years later when we got invited to go to my cousin's church, and we started going consistently. This was after the presidential election in November, and I was just so depressed and I just needed hope. And I remember I went up to our pastor, and he's so sweet and so kind, and I remember we were having a conversation, and he was like, "Lori, are you ready to accept Christ?" And I was like, I don't know. And I was just really hesitant. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready. And he was like, "It's okay. Is it okay that I pray for you?" And I said, "Sure." And he prayed for me, and God spoke to him, and he shared that God said He's waiting at my door, and when I'm ready to open it, that He is gonna receive me with open arms. Oh my gosh, y'all. I just got chills. I'm like kind of shivering over here. Y'all, isn't God so good? Yeah. And that's one of the many reasons why I gave my life to Christ. He is so patient, He is consistent, and He is faithful, and His grace is so big. And when I finally gave my life to Christ, I realized that God had never stopped pursuing me. Even when I was chasing the world for love, acceptance, and belonging. And that's really why my faith is so alive now. I experienced his love, his patience, his presence, and his love firsthand, and it just transformed the way that I live and view the world. And I just also want to say that God did it in his perfect timing, because I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. I'll just say that. So what is next? I am rebranding it to reflect the season of my life, which is faith, marriage, and finding joy in the everyday. I hope to make it a space for reflection, life updates, and little glimpses into my life and walk with God. My goal is to invite you to walk alongside me, to inspire and encourage, and maybe help you see a little of your own journey in mine. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me in this little life update and for being part of this new chapter. So if this feels like a space where you want to be a part of, please leave a like and subscribe. I can't wait to share more moments, reflections, and everyday joys with you as we walk together in faith and life. Until next time, bye.